Hello students, welcome back to 12th session on Quantitative Technique 1. In last two sessions, we discussed in detail how to calculate arithmetic mean for individual series, discrete series and continuous series. Again in continuous series, we discussed with illustration how to arrive at arithmetic mean if data is given as less than series, more than series and open end class interval. In this session, we are going to discuss combined arithmetic mean. Let me see what is combined arithmetic mean. Combined arithmetic mean is nothing but mean of two or more groups put together. So when you put together mean of two or more groups, that indicates combined arithmetic mean. For example, if you want to know average performance, mean means average performance of all four sections first year BCom put together, then what you will do is you will calculate average performance of section A, section B, section C, section D. Then you will combine all average performance to arrive at combined performance of first year BCom consisting of four sections. So this is what combined arithmetic mean. Try to understand. So for example, if there are 10 firms in an industry, if you want to know industry performance, what you will do is you will calculate average performance of each firm, then you will combine average performance all 10 firm together. So that constitute combined arithmetic mean or combined mean performance of that industry. So if there are 6 departments in an organization, you will calculate average performance means arithmetic mean of what is that? Performance of department A, department B, department C, department D, department E, department F. Then you will add arithmetic mean which indicates average performance of each department together. That constitute combined arithmetic mean or combined average performance of that particular firm. So this is what combined arithmetic mean. How to arrive at combined arithmetic mean? There is a specific formula. X bar 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means there are 2, 3 groups here. Group 1, group 2, group 3. Number of items in group 1 multiplied with arithmetic mean of group 1. Number of items in group 2 multiplied with arithmetic mean of group 2. Number of items in group 3 multiplied with arithmetic mean of group 3 divided by number of items in each groups put together. So this is how we are calculating combined arithmetic mean. So let me have a problem on combined arithmetic mean. The mean wage of 180 men is rupees 82. Mean wage of 70 women is rupees 65. There are 180 men in one group. There are 70 women in another group. There are two groups here. Average wage of mean wage means average wage of men is 82. Average wage of women 70 women workers is 65. So what is combined arithmetic mean? So N1 is 180, N2 is 70, X bar 1 is 82, X bar 2 is 65. So N1 multiplied with X bar 1, N2 multiplied with X bar 2 put together plus mark divided by N1 180 men plus N2 70 women. So the average wage of men and women put together is 77.24 rupees. See, if you want to know average wage of 180 men, it is 82 rupees. Average wage of 70 women, it's 65. But when you put together average wage of men and women, how many? Totally 250 workers is 77.24. Again, an organization has two units A and B. 500 wage earners of unit earns an average weekly wage of 65. 450 wage earners of unit B earns an average weekly wage of 72. Find which unit pays larger amount as weekly wages, the combined average wage earners of two units. So try to understand. There are two units in an organization, unit A and unit B. There are 500 workers in unit A. There are 450 workers in unit B. So when we put together 500 workers average weekly wage, we arrive 65, means arithmetic mean of wage of 500 workers is 65 in unit A. Arithmetic mean of wage of which one? Unit B is how much? 72 rupees. Which unit pays larger amount as weekly wages? When you multiply number of wage earners in A unit with average wage in your A unit, you will arrive at what amount of weekly wages, particularly in unit A. When you multiply average average wage of 450 workers with 450 means 72 with 450, you will arrive at what exactly is the amount of weekly wages, average weekly wages. So try to understand. It is very simple. You multiply 500 with 65, you multiply 450 with 72. That with higher amount is the unit which pays more weekly wage. Calculate that. So when we calculate it, unit A pays larger amount as weekly wages, rupees 32,500 against unit B paying 32,400. How we arrived at 32,500? 500 into 65. That's the answer for first question. So how we arrived at 32,400? 450 into 70. So number of wage earners in unit B multiplied with mean wage of those 450 wage earners. Again, number of wage earners in unit A multiplied with mean wage of those 500 workers. You will arrive at total weekly wages. So that which pays higher wages is unit A. So then we have to calculate combined wage. So combined wage x bar 1, 2. There are two units here. Unit 1, unit 2. So N1 x bar 1 plus N2 x bar 2 divided by N1 plus N2. 500 plus 65 plus 450 into 72 divided by 950. So average weekly wages, combined weekly wages is, combined average wage is 68 rupees 32 paisa. This is how to arrive at combined average. So we'll solve some complicated problem on combined mean or combined average, particularly in next session. Till that, take care.